Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Friday the 1st of March, new month, new mods. We have got some updates as well. The Lintner Geotrack 73 by Bgamer003, the Lizard M99 Planter by JD Modding ARG, the Reaper 2000 Harvester by MacTrucker921, Flatbed Monster Truck by MacTrucker921, the Lower Bavarian Farm Pack by Bernie SCS, the Elegant House by Rajo Gplay, the Small Calvbarn by 750 Ti Modding Mikhail LS, and the Universal Crusher by MrSealyp have all had updates. We start with the Calvbarn. This is by ls.pics.by.paul. 7.64 megabytes download, 13 slots on console, 85,000 to buy, will hold 25. Now this does say, I mean, it is a Calvbarn. This is another one that's designed to be used on maps that support calves. There are a few out there. I'm on my test map, so I'm not. It does say it will take regular sized cows. However, if you put the full 25 in, there's not a lot of room. As you can see, I've got 10 in, I think, and they're pretty full. So it will take regular cows. You can use it normally, but it is designed as a Calvbarn. We have got our dialogue box here on the end. Door does open. Bedding, straw bedding goes in here. We have got some manure already appearing. It does say bottom right, 83 litres of manure. So you don't need a separate manure bunker. It will do it here. You need to clean it out. These won't produce milk because it's a Calvbarn. So even though I've got regular cows in here, if I go onto my settings just here, you'll see we've got productivity. It's only at 10% at the moment. Straw in there, so we're getting the manure, and now top mix ration. So we're getting no slurry. We're getting manure, but we're not getting milk or anything like that. So like I say, if you are going to put regular cows in there, just be aware you're not going to get your milk from them. That's not really what it's for. Unless there's no slurry as well, and there's nowhere for a slurry point. But we've got a garage space just here. I think we've got lighting, but I found no light switch, so I'm assuming that is going to be automatic. This you'll find under build mode, under animals, under cows, out on the end there, 85 grand. Slot count comes down from 13 to 1. That's the Calvbarn by ls.pics.by.paul. Next we've got a pack. This is the Farm Medium pack. That's not a farm medium, as you can contact the other side. This is, I think, medium equipment as far as I can tell. This is by Holzs FS29.39 megabytes download. There are 4 sheds. We have got a silo, we've got a weighing station, and 2 farmhouses in this pack. So we're going to start off with the sheds. And when I say that, there are 4 technically. If we go into build mode and we go to our sheds, so we start with this one here. Sheds are all 6 slots. So the first one, 45 grand, is this one just here. Now this one has got the side sort of porch area to it, single door at the front, no door at the back. The second one along is 55 grand. It's the same one, but that has a door at the back, so it can be drive-through if you want it to be. Again, with these, they do have lighting, but I couldn't find a light switch, so I'm assuming the lighting is automatic. The third one is 25 grand, doesn't have the side porch, doesn't have a rear door. And then the fourth one is 28 grand, again, doesn't have the side, does have a front door and a rear door, so you can have that one as drive-through as well if you want. That's the sheds. If we come out of there and we go to our silos, just there, silo with covered hopper. That is 10 slots, 65,000 to buy, 850,000 litres. That's a standard crop type. That is not a multi-fruit silo. There's no option for colours or anything. I was just looking at the green doors on these. There's no option for colours. They come just as they are. So that's the silo there. I mean, 65 grand for 850,000 litre capacity is pretty impressive. I know a lot of people prefer to have multi-fruit silos, but, you know, it is what it is. That's what you get. Then we have got under tools. Yeah, under tools, we've got the small weighing station. 64 grand for that weighing station. Slot count on the weigh station is 5, which, as you can see, comes down to 1. These can all be placed, rotate in any direction, not 90 degrees or anything like that. And then finally, in this pack, we've got the farmhouses, which are these 2 here. So the slightly longer one, that one there, is 15 grand, and the slightly shorter one there is 7 grand. And these are what were the slot counts on these? 10 and 9. So 10 for the slightly longer one, 9 for the slightly smaller one. We can't go into those buildings, but we do have a sleep trigger. So like I said, I can't find a light switch. That being said, there's I'm going to double check because there is a tiny light switch in the silo building. I'm assuming these are all automatic, but as I said, that one not drive-through. This one can be drive-through with the rear door. This one single door. That one, if I open this door as well, you'll see because I've opened the rear door on this one as well. Drive-through if you want. The silo just here. Now the silo doors have to be open from the outside, so closed door. But when I first got this, I went through, and this one here, it won't give you open or close inside. If I turn around and come to the outside, is it going to give me the close? There we go. Closed door. But it is drive-through, like I say, 850,000 litres, in and out, and the light switch is just over here to the side on this one. It is a very small light switch, and I haven't found one on any of the others. So, then we got our weighing station, just here, and our 2 farmhouses. This one's got a little sort of covered porch garage bit on the side with the sleep trigger. Well, I say around the back, it depends which way around you place it, but it has got a sleep trigger there. And then this one's got the sleep trigger just in here, like I say, by the door, but we can't go into the buildings at all. That is the Farm Medium pack by Holzs FS. Next to that, I've got 2 of the 3 in this pack. This is the Small Dutch Machine Shed by Tynes, 7.56 megabytes download, 16 slots each, and I say there are 3 of them. Again, if we go into our build mode, under sheds, so it's these 3 here. So the difference between 1 and 2, because they look identical when you first place them, they're 30 grand each. The slot counts on these were 16s each, as I did just say that, didn't I? So the first one is this one here. That door has got multiple panes like that. The second one, same price, same shed for all intents and purposes, has only got 1 row of windows across there. They've both got a front and a side door on them. And then the third one is basically just this one. Hang on. Yeah, it's basically that one, but just with green on it. And again, there's no colour choice in that. You just get it with the green sides rather than brick all the way up. But it is a duplicate of this one just here. Again, with these, I couldn't find the light switch. That being said, I don't even think they've got lights, have they? Does not look like they've got lights in them. That could prove difficult in the winter months on some maps and at night, obviously. But there you go. Front and side door, or front and side door, depending on which way around you place them. They do have an air conditioning unit up on the side there. Very nice indeed. The Small Dutch Machine Shed by Tynes, which brings me to the next one. This is the Big Storage Garage by ikas, 6.71 megabytes download, 18 slots on console, 80,000 to buy. We do have a colour choice on this. We have the large section here, big door. I do like the roof on this, looks fantastic. Look at all those supports. That's brilliant. We do have a light switch on this. Oh, we have a side door here as well. And then this end of the shed is open to the elements with 3 open sections without, there's no doors on those. And then our light switch is just here, so our lights on and off. Like that. Under build mode, under sheds as well. Just there. Slot count on this will come down from 18 to 1, and as I said, when you come to place it, we do have colour options. So we go on a D-pad, we can scroll through the various different options for our roof colours. Like so. That's the Big Storage Garage by ikas. Next to that, we've got these. This is the Feed Mixer by Ackerdesigner, 8.47 megabytes download. This is the 12 slots each, 55,500 each to buy. We've got a total mix ration mixer and we've got a pig food mixer. Now I'm going to play devil's advocate on this. I'm just going to say it out loud. I don't want people to get angry with me. When people make mods, I do often wonder whether people stop and think, one, if you're making a mod and you're passionate about what you're doing, you want people to use your mods, do you go hyper-realistic? Do you go ultra-usable? Or find a middle ground? Or do you just make what you want to make, and if people use it, they use it, if they don't, they don't? That's the sort of the question. Now, what I will say about these, I like them. I like the design. I like the look of them. The price is fantastic at 55,500. That's awesome. The downside is the recipes. There's only one recipe on each. On each one, you have to use everything. Now, with the Total Mix Ration one, that actually adds a mix in. So normally it will be hay, straw, silage, mineral feed. And sometimes you get mixers that do combinations of, you can get away sometimes with hay and silage. Sometimes hay, straw and silage if you want to pad it out. This one requires grass as well, and you need all of them for the recipe. So if we click on this here, you'll see now the recipe there. You've got grass, hay, straw, silage and mineral feed, which gives you 750 of feed out, but you do need them. I'm always curious as well. I started putting in each one. It was 100,000 litres, and I thought I just got to straw and thought, okay, well, the other two are going to be 100,000 litres. The mineral feed is 200,000 litres, which is curious again, because that's the one you need the least amount of, and it's the most expensive if you're going to buy it. But it takes 200,000 litres of mineral feed. If I turn that on, it's only 24 cycles per month, but the recipe, you've got large chunks in there, so it should start making Total Mix Ration fairly quickly. My time on the map at the moment is on half speed, not on full speed, so it will take a little while to get chugging away, but it will go. But the pig food mixer is the one that's a little bit more. Okay, but the pig food mixer one, 100,000 litres of each is what it will hold, and that recipe, there's not multiple recipes, just that recipe. So you need all of it. Potato, sugar beet cut, sugar beet, sorghum, corn, oat, wheat, barley, canola, soybean and sunflower to get your pig food out. So my initial thought was, will people use it? Because if it makes it not complicated, but it's a lot you've got to produce there before you can even start. It's not like you've got 3 or 4 different recipes and you could do one that takes potato, one that takes sugar beet, one that takes corn, with some other things in there to pad out the mix, whether you've got wheat, barley, those kind of things. But the fact you need all of it to get your pig food, it's going to take you a long time to get all of those crops together before you can start producing your pig food. My worry is that a lot of people just go, oh, I'm not messing around with that. I'll just buy pig food. So, I don't know. Like I say, I'm just playing devil's advocate on it. That's just the way. Like I say, the mods, they're clean, they're tidy. I like the icons, and I think it's fantastic. Under build mode, under production is where you'll find them. Under factories, just there, the slot counts on each one will come down to 1. Did I even turn that one on? Did I? There we go. And then we should start getting a little bit of pig food. We go across, coming out in a moment. Putting in is done at the front in these boxes here. Taking out is done by pipe. Yeah, fairly straightforward. That's the feed mixer by Ackerdesigner. Next we've got this. This is the animal trailer by GLmods. Now this initially came up on the mod hub as an update, but there was no changelog, and that's now changed to it being a mod, so I'm glad I put it in here. 4.81 megabytes download, 8 slots on console. This is a slight alteration to the standard in-game Wilson. The difference with this being that it will take horses, which is the standard one won't. Plus, as you can see, we've got a few different options on this. I do like this sort of wood panel effect in the middle section. We've got some colour choices and stuff as well. There's no doors or anything open. It is in essence the standard one, but with a few little tweaks here and there. So I haven't got any animals in it. I just wanted to show you it because I liked the I like the panel. There's a metal option on there as well. This you will find under Animal Transport. There's your standard Wilson Silver Star, 80 grand. This one is also 80 grand. There was a slight difference in slot count. The standard one's 12, and this one, what did I say this one was? That's interesting. What did I say, 12? I was looking at the animals, sorry. 7 and 8 for this modded one. And the difference, like I say, you've got 12 cows, 36 pigs, 38 sheep and 12 horses. The standard one doesn't do horses. So options on this one then, we've got standard design, we've got the wood inlay, we've got a metal inlay. I do like the wood inlay. Main colour, anything on this palette here, like so. The wood suits lighter colours better, lighter or brighter colours. Then we've got rim colour option, any one of these. And we've got a license plate option on there too. So there we go. The animal trailer by GLmods. Next, we've got these. This is the Lizard Barrel. This is by Silent Modding. 2.94 megabytes download, 3 slots on console, 10,000 litre capacity. Now, there are 2 different types of these. One lot under animals and the other under slurry tanks. in the description it says these can be used with the sloping floor container mod. They can also be put onto a regular trailer. But in the description it also states that to fill them up you need to open the cover. Now, whilst it does say you can put these on another trailer, absolutely you can. You can put them on and off trailers. What I would say is, when they're full, don't try it. They're too heavy. You won't lift them. Unless you've got mega weights on the back of something. 10,000 litres or whatever's in there, they don't seem to want to lift at all. My advice would be, if you're going to use these, you really do need, where it does say it's compatible with, you do need them. Otherwise you can't open the tanks to put anything in them. So if you pick up one of these brand new and it's empty and you put it on a standard trailer, if you drive under a buy anything silo or a point where you can get milk or water, it won't fill up if you can't open the cover. You can't open the cover unless it's actually attached. Tension straps won't do it. It's got to be part of the vehicle. Does that make sense? So yeah, the sloping floor container mod. So both of these trailers, this one here and this one over here, are both part of that pack, and I will show you what I mean. So if I start this up and we'll put it on empty. Like that. If I hop in here, that should say attached lizard barrel. So now if I press X, because it's compatible with this trailer, that is now technically part of the trailer. So if I do L1, it will now say open cover, which I can do. Now it may be that under some points, if you've got it on a regular trailer, maybe that will open automatically. I was trying to get it to one of these. So I've got milk gone in, and then what's nice is it's actually white on the inside, so it looks like there's milk in there as well. So I can use that for transportation of milk or water, depending on the configuration you buy. The slurry one, which I've already got on this trailer, I think it doesn't say what the spread width is, but if we go to our animals, and this is the other slight curiosity with this one, so 18,551 slot count on these, what I say it was 3, comes down to 1. There's no colour choice on it, and it says you've got water or milk. So I chose the milk option. So you can't put water in the milk one, you can't put milk in the water one. You need to pick which one you want to have, which is absolutely fine. They're not overly expensive. But it does say on this down there on the bottom, it does say water, milk, and liquid fertiliser. There's not a liquid fertiliser option on there. So that's maybe left over from something else. And if we go up to our slurry tanks, and out to the very end there, same price, same slot count, same capacity. That one will slurry and or digestate. You don't have to have a separate tank for that. It will do both. But it doesn't, it says 10,000 litres. It doesn't say a spread width, but it does have a splash plate on the back. So what I'm going to do now, because on here we do have the option, we can detach it like that, or attach it. So if you want to take it off once it's empty, if you want to store some by the side. So we can turn on the barrel, activate double application, and we can open the cover for filling like so. So what I'm going to do now, we'll get an idea of the spread width. Is literally just off the back. So that is raising and lowering. But I think we're getting maybe 2, maybe 3 meters. It's literally gone from here. So can you see that? From here to here. So it's pretty much just the width of the trailer, which I would say maybe 2. But it will work as a slurry spreader or digestate spreader if you want it to. But like I say, just be aware to get it to work properly, or in the most easiest way, you want the sloping floor containers mod as well. So that's the Lizard Barrel by Silent Modding. Next, where did I leave it? Just over here. We have got the Madara Agro Odisey by Eid123. These are cultivators. This is 15 megabyte download, 9 slots and 6 slots. They're both 4 meters wide, so it depends on what vehicle you're operating. If you've got a vehicle that doesn't have, it's not a very big vehicle, or it doesn't have a lot of capacity on the 3-point link on the back without a big weight on the front, you can go for the trailed version, which has all the framework. It's basically the same cultivator, just on a frame that is trailed behind, or 3-point link mounted one, which may require a front weight or may not, but it is, in essence, it is the same cultivator, 4 meters wide. Off you go. So we need to go to our cultivators, just there. 29,800 for the trailed version. The slot count on that was 9, comes down to 1. And then the 3-point link version, they both got 9 miles an hour, 25,800. What was I going to say? Oh, slot count was 6, comes down to 1. Absolute blank then. So options on this, we've got speed sign on the back, yes or no. We've got main colour, anything on that palette, which will do all of that, the main framework on this one. Design colour will do all the tines, so if we go for that, and actually go darker so we can see them. There we go. The next design colour will do the rollers, and then the rim colour will do the rim colour. If we go to the other one, it doesn't have a framework for the actual trailer, but main colour does that section, and then that one does the tines, and then again rollers like so. Now this should bring up small stones. I'm not going to run the other one. Like I say, it's the same one. This one unfolds. Actually, I need to double check that, because I was going to make a sweeping statement then. And I'm glad I didn't, because I think this one folds up. I drove it out as it was. Yes, it does fold. So for narrow lanes, gateways, that kind of stuff, it does fold up. So like I say, it literally does come down to trailed or 3-point link. Drop that down, disconnect. So, what we'll do now, let's go across the ground. The first section, if you've watched my mod reviews before, has got stones under it, and the second section doesn't. But just so you can see, chop it down onto the ground, away we go. We are bringing up small stones, 4 meters wide. It's not a shallow cultivator, hence it bringing up small stones. But there we go. The Madara Agro Odisey by Eid123. That's really nice. I do like the animations on that. Nice and smooth, nice and tidy. Pretty cool. Lovely. Next. Oh yes, next. We got it. BlackSheep modding worked their magic. Now this came out a little while ago, and when I reviewed it, because I love this mod, I've used it on various different iterations of the game. If you're looking for an excavator, if you're looking for one, because this has a harvester header for it as well, this is cheap as chips. It's like 90 grand for an excavator that you can take out into the forest and you can cut down trees, and it's kind of one of the cheaper alternatives for tree harvesting. And when it first came out, I couldn't get the controls to work properly, and it kind of went away, and it's come back, and it works, and it's brilliant, and I love it, and I always have done. It's really cool. Excavator Liebherr 902 pack by BlackSheep modding, 29.09 megabytes download. We do have a load of accessories that come in this pack as well. We do have an earth moving bucket at 2,000 litre capacity, which is that one there. We do have a cleaning bucket, 4,000 litre, which is that one there. We do have a grading blade, which is attached to another excavator. I'm going to show that in a moment. We've got a beat grapple, which is this one here. That's 3,500 litre capacity. We have got the brush and log fork, and then we've got the second one. One is fixed and one is dangles. I've just put on my notes, dangle. And then we've got the HR46 header for cutting trees, which I've got over there. I'll show you in a moment. We've got the forestry grinder, which is this one here. So that's for grinding stumps and stuff like that. And then we've got pallet forks as well as part of this pack. So if we go to our vehicles first, you will find them under miscellaneous. And like I said, nice and cheap. 99.5 for the tracked and 90 grand for the wheeled version. You can't odds that. Slot counts on those start at, where did I put it down? 8. There are only 8 slots each. They come down to 1. So the tracked version, we've got design, standard or forestry. We've got beacons. I think we go 1 through 5. on our beacon choices. We've got main colour, anyone on this palette, like that. Then rim colour does the tracks, again, anything on that palette. If you want to go for a more sort of metallic-y type style look, or you can mix and match whatever you want, and license plates on there too. Then the 902 wheeled version, we've got Trelleborg and we've got knock-in. Knock-in just has that option. Trelleborg has the standard, narrow, wide, and back again. We've got design, standard, and forestry. You've got with front support. So at the moment it's got a rear support, but you have a front support. Now, if you don't have the front support, you can attach that blade I was talking about. The grader blade can be attached on there. The one I've got out, I've got one like that and one like that, I think. Beacons again, 1 through 5, and the same thing with our main colour and our rim colour, like so, and then license plate option on there too. So what I'll do is just show you very quickly on this one. So we've got our up and down. So we've got our up and down. We've got a swing side to side. We've got out and curl. I'm so pleased this is working. I love it. It's very cool. And then we have got, that's control group crane. Then we've got side door. Let's zoom in a bit. So we can open and close our side door. Like so. Beacon. Horn. We've got that view, that view. That is a great one, I have to say, I do like that. If we switch then side door and then we go to the actual implement, so depending on what implement you're using, you can do it from the main control, but some of them you might want to switch it and you can actually adjust the implement and then go back to our, there we go, camera like that. I love them, I think they're so good. So the two buckets, I won't show you the other one because it's just a slightly smaller bucket. Let's call it out, disconnect that. We'll hook onto this one. It says, oh, we're not getting there we go. So we've got a pallet fork on there, switch that. So we've got our curl on the pallet fork. All the rest of the arm controls are the same. We have got our curl and then we have got our widen and narrow on the pallet forks. If you're honestly, if you've got the skills to pay the bills and you can use one of these to pick up pallets, I mean, it just takes a bit of practice, I guess. But anyway, disconnect that. Then if we go to the stump grinder, let's go back to that, lift that up. So again, we've got our option for this one. So we've got our curl, L1, R1, we've got rotation. I think we had rotation on the pallet forks as well, so I didn't show that. It's got rotation as well. It's got our tilt. You can turn it on. It does have these two bottom plates as well, which is really cool. So when you bring it down, it will hit the floor with those first. And you can just kind of run it along if you're grinding stumps out, that kind of thing. It's really, really cool. Turn that off. Disconnect it. I've got the dangle one. I've got the other one over. I'll show that in a moment. Hopefully this will hook up. There we go. Let's switch back to that. So you notice this one's swinging. The other one is more sort of, it's just attached, if that makes sense. L1, R1, go grapple, open and close, and rotation. There's no tension straps. I find these ones actually work really well. I do like these grabs. They are pretty handy. Turn that one off, and then we've got the wheeled version just here. I've got the beat grapple on this one, so we should be able to, again, open and close, rotate. So 3,500 litre on the beat grapple. Front wheel steer, this doesn't have an option for changing. No, we can't toggle that, it's front wheel steer only. Same controls for the crane, the boom, out, back, and we've got, depending on what you've got on it, you've got your curl function as well. Lights, didn't show the other one, did I? No. Horn, interior, and interior, the cab's the same. camera options like that. And then on the back, if we switch this over to, we've got side door on this one as well, but also support leg. So on the support leg, lower those down. Depending what operation you're going to do, you can raise the back up off the ground a little bit, or if you've got the front one as well, you can lift the whole up for a more stable operating platform should you choose. So what we're going to do now is whiz over to the other ones. So as you can see with this one, I've got all 4 on this one. So if I switch to support leg and then do that, we can raise and lower those support legs. Oh, start the engine big right doing it. There you go. So I can raise the whole thing off the floor. And then we've got our operation like so. We bring it up a little bit. We bring that round. So we have got our harvester head. We've got our rotation. Turn it on. Ready for harvesting. We can then set our cut length on that as well. Up to 12 meters. So from 1 meter up to 12 meter. Rotation of the head. Should have left it where it was. I had it in place. I got overexcited. I think on Holmerkra, on, was it 19? I used this so much. It's brilliant. It just works really, really well. And like I say, for the price, for a harvester, I think the next cheapest one is 120, 130. It might even be 150. But it's a brilliant bit of kit. And the fact that you've got all the various different heads on it, so it doesn't have to just be a tree harvester. You can use it for multiple tasks and multiple jobs. This one I've got the fixed grapple, as you can see. That one's not dangling. We've got our curl. Whether you might consider it more controlled or not, I don't know. But as you can see, the blade on the front of this one, if I switch to the blade there, we can disconnect it like that. Come back up to it, connect it back up. And if we go L1, R1 and left stick side to side, that raises and lowers it. So if you want to use that for pushing logs around, you can get the tracks off the ground a little bit if you want to be a bit more stable. What I was going to check, which I hadn't done yet, was whether or not this will attach to the back. I don't know if it will. I don't think it's supposed to. But I thought I'd check while I'm here. It does. Cool, so you can put one front and rear if you want to. Never hurts to check, does it? There we go. So front and rear, that's your blade. They're just very smooth. They work well. They look great. So as far as the equipment goes, then you'll find this under miscellaneous. Starting there with the first bucket, 2,000 litres, 2,800. These slot counts are 1s, 2s, and one of them is 3. I think that's the harvester head, is 3 slots, so that's the maximum. That's your 4,000 litre cleaning bucket. That's the grader blade, which we just saw attached on 3 metres wide. You've got your, whilst that is a beat grapple, it will take all of those crop types. Now, the options on most of these, or up to there, is just colour choices to mix and match with your harvester. This one, however, we can have standard or we can have closed in. So if you're going to pick up something like wheat or barley or something like that, obviously if you had it on that option, it would all pour out the side, so you probably want to have it on that. And we can change the main colour on the whole thing like that. You've got the brush and log fork fixed, and then the dangling one, 2,800, 3,500. 10 grand for the harvester header. So if you, depending on which one you go for, the tracked or the wheeled, you're looking at 100 grand. I think that's brilliant. Then we've got our forestry grinder. Again, main colour options. And then our pallet fork, again, colour option on there. So, hope I didn't whiz through that too quickly. The Excavator Liebherr 902 pack by BlackSheep Modding. It's cool. I like it. Could you tell? Next, we've got these. This is the versatile 4-wheel drive tractors by Bcbuhler. 55.36 megabytes download, 19 slots and 17 slots. That's 19 slots and 17 slots respectively. This is based on the standard in-game one with a few different tyre choices, track options, things like that. And we've got some different year options on these as well. They sound great, they look great. We've got no door or window options or anything like that on these. Kind of what you see is what you get. I do like these LSWs. They look absolutely brilliant on it. And I've got the slightly widened track width, the 3 metre track width with some nice chunky treads on those, which looks absolutely brilliant. So these you'll find under large tractors. Standard in-game versatile four-wheel drive is there. So we've got these two here. The Delta Track, 410 grand. The 4WD, four-wheel drive, at 360. Slot counts, like I said, on these were 19 and 17. So on this one, we start at 2022 and we work kind of backwards, but we've got a 583 horsepower, 638 horsepower, 665 horsepower. We then go to the 2020 version, 572 horsepower, 626 horsepower, 650. Then we go to the 2016 version, 500 horsepower, 550 horsepower, 591 horsepower. Then we move over into still 2016, but this is the LLE, 500, 550, 591. Then we go to the 550F New Holland Heritage. I think it's New Holland Heritage, isn't it? Which is just a 591 horsepower, and then we go back to the standard one. So then we start with wheel setups. So we've got that 30-inch, 36-inch. Then we go to the Gator 30-inch, 36-inch. Then we go to the Trackman 30, 36. Then we go to the 3-meter width at 30, 36. Again, 30, 36, 30, 36. Back to standard. Then we've got lights, we've got a standard package, we've got the deluxe package, and then we've got the deluxe plus package. Then you've got a deluxe plus and light bar package if you want. Old monitor and new monitor inside, depending on which one you want to go for. So if you've gone for the older model, you might want to go for the older monitor. We've got front weight standard, 1,800 kilo. The K9 blade attacher, so if you've got the K9 blade, I can't remember what mod that was. I can't find it. It doesn't come with this. It was from something else, but there's a blade attacher. And then back to standard. We've got beacon, none. We've got old, new, back off again. GPS, on or off. Then we've got attachers, so this is on the back. So we've got a standard attacher with PTO. Then you've got weight section on there that still keeps the PTO. Weight section lower on the back, which you lose the PTO. Then it goes up top without PTO, then both weights, and then back to standard, and then license plate option as well. So that's our tracked version. Then we go to the wheeled version. So again, 2022 version, 583, 638, 665. Then we go to the 2020. Sorry, hang on. Where were we? Yeah, 572. Yeah, 572, 626, 650. Then we go to the 2016 version, 500, 550, 591. Then that version, 500, 550, 591. Then we go to the Heritage option as well. I'm going to leave it on that. Tyre choices, we've got Lizard, Michelin, Mitas, Trelleborg, Continental, BKT, Vredestein, back to Lizard. So under Lizard, we've got the 1400s, triples. I'm not going to read through them all. I'm going to, because I'll be here forever. Michelin, Mitas, Trelleborg, Continental, BKT, Vredestein just has that. Back to Lizard again. Then we've got lights again, deluxe, deluxe plus and light bar. Monitor, I think the option is the same now. Monitor old and new, front weights standard, 1,800 blade, back to standard, beacon, yep, options the same off that. GPS, attaches on the back, license plate on there as well. So we'll do the track version first. Horn, lights, so that's the light bar with the deluxe package. Beacons, interior, nice and quiet from inside. Then we go to the wheeled. Whoa. Those LSWs, they are something else, aren't they? Do like a tractor with an LSW. God, that exhaust stack. Didn't notice it so much on the other one when I looked out, but that just seemed to be kind of just there, you know? Lovely job. That's the versatile four-wheel drive tractors by Bcbuhler. Next, we have got this. This is the New Holland TX66 by Totha. 49.18 megabytes download, 16 slots. The header is 7 slots at a 6.1 meter. You'll find this under harvesters. Right there, 150 grand, 8,000 litre tank, 266 horsepower. Slot count comes down from 16 to 1. So we've got Wheelbrand, Lizard, Michelin, Trelleborg, Vredestein, Mitas, back again. So under Lizard, under Michelin, Trelleborg, Vredestein, Mitas, back to Lizard again. Then we've got decals, type 1, type 2, 3, 4, back to 1 again. Actually, what was different between 4 and 1? That's interesting. That's 1. That's 4. I can't see this. Oh, is it on the back? I can't see the difference in 4 and 1. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the one I went for. But that's pretty cool too. I mean, they're all cool. Then we've got warning strip, should I say? Warning strip on the front, yes or no? Is it on the back? No, just on the front. And license plate option 2. If we go to right there, the TX66 header, 42 grand. Slot count comes down to 1, as I said, 6.1 meters. No options available. You get it just like that. And there's our harvester. Start it up. I like it. Beacons, horn, lights. If we open it up, unfold our harvester. Pipe out. Now if we enable or disable straw swath, there you go, does that animation. Don't think we have a light on the pipe, do we? No. Pipe in. There's no doors or windows on this one. Turn it on. It does sound good. Interior. Those sound effects, it has got some really nice sound effects in that. I know this is one that Virtual Farmer will really like, I think. Anyway, that's the New Holland TX66 by Totha. Which brings on to the last of the mods for today. We do have a map, Ravenport 22 by Celabuki. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get onto that, because tomorrow I'm out. I'll try, but it's a big map with a lot on it. It's 851 megabyte download, and all the stuff that Celabuki has been upgrading his maps to. There's loads of extra stuff and bells and whistles. I will try, but I'm not sure when I'll be able to get onto it. So just to let you know. So last of the mods for today then. And it's this. This is the John Deere X9 full animated by Just Farming. 15.92 megabytes download, 24 slots on console. This one doesn't come with a header or header trailer or anything like that. That's one of the Colossus pack headers, but I just thought I'd bring it down because when it said full animated, I wasn't sure if there'd be animations when it was harvesting as well, whether you'd see any bits and bobs moving and stuff like that. So I thought I would just try it out. It's a very, very nice looking harvester, as you can see. So this you will find under harvesters, out on the end, 550 grand. What's the standard in-game X9? 550 grand. Slot count will come down from 24 to 1. We've got the option of EU or US. I went for the US, but you can see the big changes between the two. Then we've got pipe design 1, design 2, and it's got a long pipe anyway. But it adds a little bit of length onto the end of that, and a license plate option. That's all the options with it. It is a 16,200 litre tank, 690 horsepower. Jump in, start it up. Horn. Lights. Beacons. Flasher units. Turn the lights off. If we unfold the harvester, like so, pipe out. This does have a pipe light as well. So if we go through our light cycle, just like Tron, there we go. Boom, there's our light one. Put that in. Enable straw swath on the back. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's because I've got some in it. Just suddenly realised. Let's see if I can just shed what I've got in there. Got a little bit of sorghum in there, which doesn't help. Let's do that. Let's try that again. So enable straw swath. We'll do that. Now, our other animations on this, so turn the lights back off. We've got under L1, go to back here, so L1, right stick side to side, moves the end of the pipe. If we go in cab and look to our left, L1 and right stick up and down, adjust our left mirror. There we go, see that a little bit better. R1 and right stick up and down, oh sorry, right stick, R1 and right stick side to side does the right mirror, and up and down you see the monitor rotating, rotates the monitor like that. Then L1, R1 and right stick up and down moves the console in or out like that. There we go. That's our animation. There's no other options. Fold and unfold, disable straw swath, pipe in and out. Yeah, and then when I was harvesting I couldn't see anything that stood out, but I will run the harvester just to do a full and thorough job. Turn it on. What are we doing? Come on. That and that. There we go. So I was looking either side at moving parts. I couldn't see anything else. So as far as I can tell, it says full animated. It's those options we've just seen. I'm moving it at 10 miles an hour because of the header, not necessarily the harvester. It's the header that allows the 10 miles an hour. But there we go. That is the John Deere X9 full animated by Just Farming, and that's it for the mods for Friday the 1st of March. I don't know if we'll get any mods over the weekend, I'm not sure. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Anyway, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Have a lovely weekend, and thanks for watching.